Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my presentation for the International Conference on Research and Practices in Science, Technology and Social Sciences, ICRES 2023. My name is Suhaila and I am representing my team from Department of Mathematics, Center for Foundation Studies, IIUM. The topic of our research is construction of an item bank using Rush analysis. I have divided my presentation into 6 parts. First, I will talk about the introduction. Next, we will look at the research questions, followed by the objective, methodology, result and discussion. And finally, I will share with you the conclusion. I would like to begin by explaining where did the construction of item bank were coming from. It is a normal practice by all educational institutions to have final examination. Thus, starting from semester 1, 2019-2020, we had started to compile all the final examination questions in an item bank where it is accessible to all of our exam setters. The construction of the item bank were using Rush analysis. Therefore, this leads us to the next question: what is Rush model? The Rush model is a psychometric technique that was developed to improve the precision of the constructed instrument, monitor instrument quality, and compute respondent performance. A Rush model also evaluates the difficulty of an item and person's ability in such a way that they can be scored on the same scale, which is known as a logic scale. In short, it is a meaningful scoring and comparison of both items and individuals. Moving on to our research questions. Firstly, how an item bank can be constructed using Rush analysis for the assessment of the cost. Secondly, what is the difficulty level of each item in the item bank and how do they align with the cost learning objective? Third, how reliable and valid are the items in the constructed item banks for assessing students' understanding and proficiency in the course? Next, are there any items that do not fit well with the Rush model and need modification or removal? And lastly, how is the constructed item bank be used to assess and monitor students' progress and provide meaningful feedback in the course? Now, let's move on to our next slide, which is the objective of the research. There are two main objectives, which are to assess the validity and reliability of the final examination paper and to present the construction of an item bank using Rush analysis. Now, as you can see in this slide, these are the methodology for the item bank construction. The first step is the data collection, followed by the data cleaning process. Then, the third step is the Rush analysis, where all the magic happens, and finally, the item bank will be constructed. Next, let me walk through the step-by-step procedure for a clearer explanation. For step 1, which is data collection, we have took a sample of 348 students' results from the final examination in semester 3, 2021 and 2022. There are total of 21 items in the paper. Moving on to the step 2, which are the data cleaning, this is divided into 2 steps. The first one is we need to organize marks of 21 items based on 348 students in item analysis template in Excel. The next step is to filter and remove extreme marks, which is 0 marks. Then we arrive to the finalized sample taken, which are 344 students' result with 21 items. Next, for the step number 3, we will run Rush analysis in WinStep version 3.72.1. Then we will extract all the relevant output needed. So this is what the output looks like. We will have all the summary for 21 items. The main focus here is the outfit mean squared, point measure correlation, separation, and reliability values. And finally, the last step is the construction of item bank template in Excel. Here, we can set up the item details and then link each item to their Word files. So, here is the item bank template Excel. All the details can be seen here, such as the chapters, marks, and the item Rush output. This slide highlights the methodology of the item bank selection process. Let me elaborate on the process here.
Dear viewers, we can see here the flowchart on the process of item bank selection. Therefore, let us together follow the step-by-step demonstration on the item bank selection. Dear viewers, now let's take a look at our design interface using Excel. We can find all the details about the item on our left-hand side and the rush measurement output on the right-hand side. Now, let's start the demonstration with the first step, which is selecting the intended chapter. We can refer to the column chapter. So let's say we want to choose chapter 2. So let's click on chapter 2. Then you can see that the item related to chapter 2 will appear. Next, for step number 2, let us select the difficulty level of the item. Here, we can select item with the difficulty level based on the table specification test TST. We have altogether 3 difficulty levels to be selected, either easy, moderate, or difficult. Let's see our demonstration here. Let's say we want to select the easy item. Let us click on the easy difficulty level here. Now for step number 3. Let us focus on the right-hand side of our item bank interface, which is we want to check the rush measurement output. To select a good item, we must satisfy at least one of 3 criteria, which are the correlation, infit, and also outfit. A good correlation should be between 0.4 and 0.85. Meanwhile, the infit and outfit should be between 0.5 and 1.5. So, let us look at what we have right now. We can see that there are 2 items which satisfy all the 3 criteria from the rush measurement model. Furthermore, if we double check the remarks column, no remarks were found in the remarks column. Therefore, we can select the item that we intended to choose by clicking the hyperlink. Then we can see that the item will appear in the Word format. For your information, this Word format is a read-only file in order to avoid changes to this file. We can just copy and paste the item now. And lastly, we must note the item as reuse item. So we can write the session _semester _item number. So we'll write all of this in the column reuse. Dear viewers, let us note that here we have only one item having a low correlation as well as infit and outfit outside of the threshold. Rush model suggested that this item is a problematic item. However, if we want to select this item, we need to consult with the subject expert in order to review the question. After the reviewing process, only then we can select the item and use it in our test.
That's all for the item bank selection demonstration.
Moving on to the next slide, let me highlight to you the result of this item bank. This item bank construction can give positive impact to the educators and also students. As for the impact on educators, since the item bank often contain well-vetted and validated questions, educators can leverage these high-quality items to create assessment that accurately measures student learning outcomes and align with the curriculum standards. Furthermore, item banks provide educators with a vast pool of pre-existing test items. This allows them to quickly and efficiently create assessments tailored to their specific needs. Moreover, an item bank improves test security by reducing the risk of item exposure or unauthorized access to the test content. Since the items are securely stored and controlled in the item bank, the likelihood of the leakage or cheating is minimized. As for the impact on students, firstly, an item bank covers a wide range of topics and difficulty levels within a particular subject area. This ensures that students are assessed on various aspects of the curriculum and align with the course learning objective. Secondly, the use of an item bank enables the monitoring of students' learning progress over time. By administering assessments from the item bank at different intervals, educators can track individual growth, identify learning trends, and adjust instruction accordingly. Thirdly, by utilizing a calibrated item bank, assessment can be designed to be fair and equitable for all students. The items in the bank are carefully selected and calibrated to ensure that they are free from bias and measure the intended construct accurately. Before we finish, I would like to leave you with one final thought of this research. Firstly, I would like to conclude that the use of an item bank resulted in time efficiency. It provides educators with a valuable resource to create assessments efficiently and effectively. They can select from a wide range of pre-existing test items categorized by subject, topic, and difficulty level. Secondly, it is cost-effective. Since all items are banked, we will save the cost to hire professionals to construct questions for each assessment. Thirdly, the use of an item bank promotes consistent evaluation. This will result in the consistency and fairness in evaluating students' knowledge and skills. Moreover, the use of an item bank ensures the quality of assessment as the questions within the bank are often well vetted, validated, and aligned with the curriculum standards. This allows educators to accurately measure students' learning outcomes and make informed instructional decisions based on the analysis of the test result. So that's bring me to the end of my presentation. I hope that you can get something from my presentation. Thank you for your time for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.